and the international radio personality, Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, excited to be here today on WVSW Radio. We're going to make it to the station. I really be number one with the first to the platform of internet station with social media sites. So enjoy what we have for you today. I'm excited because I'm all about making it do what it do. My, we got an awesome opportunity to make this happen today. I'm excited because we got a chance to come before you, and every time we jump in here, our major network want to act up, but we're going to have an awesome show today. And our show is titled Understanding Self-Control. This is Level Up with Dr. O Podcast, and it's on WVSW Radio, the number one internet station. And basically, when we talk about Level Up with Dr. Lowe, is a podcast that level up your life and allow you to be the best version of yourself. The website is WVSW Radio, the internet station, 23.wic.com. You can chat with me by going to StreamYard, StreamYard.com, and that's TI32, CQD, ER, and that's WVSW Radio. Share your opinion along with your stories and examples live with me and the world by going to C2, WVSW Radio, Facebook, Bigo Live, as well as TikTok, and that's Dr. L. Diaberto Smith. You have an opportunity to be live and share your point. We also have Facebook.com on Riverside FM, and that's Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville. Then we have Riverside, which is Dr. Lorenzo Diaberto Smith. And we got StudioRadio.co, and that's an awesome opportunity for you. That's WVSW Radio, the internet station 23, super live. We're here super live, and we're trying to maintain. Our internet keep kicking out, but we're not going to give up on the day. We're going to have a show today. We're going to make it do what it do. So you have super live. Thank you so much for joining us on Super Live. You have a chance to check us out as well as Twit. That is Dr. L. Diaberto 2017. Then you have Tango.com, WVSW-radio-14059. Then you have YouTube. We got 2 channels functioning. That's the Smithway Enterprise. Go and subscribe so we can be and make sure you don't miss any of our shows. Then you also have Dr. Lorenzo Diaberto Smith. And what we're doing now, we're having a little challenge with the internet on the 2 main ones, but the rest of them are rolling. Thank you so much for hanging in here with us. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to continue to go through our show and try to boot these opportunities up. I don't know what killing our internet, what's causing us to kick out. And it's a big challenge here, but we're not going to give up. We're going to keep doing what we're doing because we know there's an opportunity for us to be very successful. As I look at the board, we got so much we want to talk about today, but we want to share with you that we have on-demand episodes. They're available on WVSW Radio. One of my networks is asking me to refresh, and I'm going to see refresh again and see, can I get that one up? As I was saying, it looked like it may be coming up. On-demand episodes are available on for WVSW Radio, Alexis. You have Apple Podcasts, Edge, iHeart Radio. You have Podbean, Pod Paradise, Snitchers, Pandora, Spotify, and you have Amazon Podcasts. That's through podservefm.com. So we truly want you to kind of jump on that opportunity so you can be a part of what we're doing here. And I'm sitting here looking at a few things adjusting on my setup, and I'm going to see exactly, but we have our internet back up. So hopefully we can get both of them back out without going out. We also want you to take an opportunity to kind of understand our brand. Our brand is that WVSW, number one internet station, has listeners and watchers in 60 countries and on 6 continents. We're an interactive platform. We want you to be a part of, so you can go to each one of those sites I share with you. as well as the major links. We're waiting for them to come pop back up. But like I said, we're going to be moving and gonna make it do what it do. Register for WVSW Radio giveaway by sending your name along with a means of transaction. That's Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. And you can send that to Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. We raffle off a lot of things that are going on. We're getting close to Christmas. We're going to be giving away some money next week. We're going to just give away from $5 to $100. And you're going to have to be on here. Even if you're on whatever site you're on, we need for you to make sure you're ready to go. Make sure you're ready to get your name in. So send your name in along with a means of transaction, and we can send that money to you. Sow a seed with WVSW Radio by sending a like. I need you, if you're on here now, hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you're joining us, hit the like button. We need you to hit that button, and it's a pleasure having you on. So by hitting the like button, we know you're here. WVSW Radio. I also ask you to show your support by monetizing through social media. You have Facebook, the platforms. We have Instagram. We have TikTok, Big O Live. We have Riverside FM.com. We have StreamYard. We have Super Live. We have Tango. We have Twit, and have YouTube. 2 channels that are rolling. So truly join us. Our title again is Understanding Self-Control. I want you to remember that. Understanding self-control. We all must be able to understand how we can control our actions, control who we are. And we must make sure we put ourselves in a position of that. And by doing that is understanding what self-control means. Too many people are not sure about exactly what self-control means. And we want to talk about what it means. What does it mean to you? Self-control. Would it be the ability to manage your behavior, manage your actions, manage your thoughts? These are things that's so important. So being able to manage your behavior, your action, your thought, in order to achieve whatever goal you have, life goal, which in the form of personal as well as professional, relationships, whatever goal that you have, you must be able to manage your behavior, your thoughts, manage your action. See, instead of self-discipline, it's self-management. So you're in the position to manage, and the reason why you want to be able to manage, it allows you to improve positive outcomes. We all want positive outcomes. I always talk about favorable outcomes, and it's so important that we understand that favorable outcomes are really, really important to what we're trying to do here, because you want to be in a position to be successful. You want your aptitude to be high, not your attitude. Too many times we allow our attitude to get in the way. Too many times we put ourselves in a position so we cannot succeed. So we have to continue to put ourselves in that position of success. It's on you. It is on you. So are you willing to put yourself in a position to be successful? Do you want to improve your outcome? Do you want to avoid negative consequences? Because we will have consequences that are negative if we don't put ourselves in a position to experience positive things. See, when we put our position and take chances, we call it, we're going to step outside the norm. And a lot of times when we step outside the norm, we put ourselves in a negative situation. And that negative situation can cause some very damaging things to us. So we have to make sure we continue to put ourselves in a position of success, put our position in advancement, put ourselves in a position to make sure we do what we're supposed to do. See, life is not promising all positive things. There are going to be some negative things, but God gives you the will to respond to it. He gives you the opportunity to be successful. So too many times we take it for granted what's going on with us. We have to realize that we have to put ourselves in a position. You know, I was just listening to the talk radio show early before I came in. This was sports. It was talking about the University of Michigan coach, and everybody wants to point to one particular thing, but let's point directly at him, because when you're in that position, you have to make good decisions. How are you going to lead and be a CEO of see, football programs now are run like companies, and you have to pay people now. But if you're making poor decisions, then you're not going to have a favorable outcome. So you have to put yourself in a position to lead. Everybody can't lead. Some people think just because they have the theory part, they think they can do the practicality. There's a difference. That's a big jump, a big difference in practicality and theory. We can't operate like that. So if you want to be successful, you got to be able to control your behavior, your thoughts, your actions. And you need to make sure you understand that sometimes, no matter what you do, negative consequences come out just like positive consequences. For every action, there's a consequence, whether it's positive or negative. You're never neutral. You're going to be either one or the other. So self-control is important. It is very important as a skill because it allows you to regulate your behavior. See, we talk about emotional IQ. See, if you got self-control, self-management, and you're in a position of self-discipline, your emotional IQ will be stable and be mature. But if you lack an ability to control your feelings, you lack the ability to control even your thoughts, you lack the ability to control anger, you lack the ability to control these things that are going on with you. What you have to do is put yourself in a position to understand, I want a positive outcome. And a positive outcome requires me to put myself in a position even with a positive mindset. See, when we're talking about self-control, that's a positive mindset. See, we can control our actions. We can control our behavior. But we're not going to be able to do it if we don't allow ourselves to regulate behavior. It is vital for attaining personal and professional romantic goals. See, why self-control is a limited resource. There are things that you can do to improve and strengthen self-control. For example, self-control is the war between impulsivity, being impulsive, doing what's right or beneficial. Self-control is an impulsive action. But doing the right thing or what's beneficial for you. It's the ability to control emotions. One of the biggest challenges I notice and observe individuals is that they lack the ability to control. It seems like in a certain age group, because they're still maturing, they can't control their action. They can't control their feelings. They can't control their behavior. And then when they respond, the consequences come to you, then you want someone to change that or help you. See, the help is available. Our community needs counseling. We need to seek the counsel to make us the best version of ourselves. I'm not speaking just to speak it. I do it twice a month because I want to be the best version of myself. When I bring it to you, I'm going to bring you the best version of myself because I know I have control of my emotions. I have control of my impulse. I have control of my behavior. Because if I'm able to control my emotions, my impulse, and behavior, I can achieve all things. Any goal that I set, trusting the Lord who gives me the wisdom to understand how to control my emotion so I can achieve all things, not just some things, all things. So you ask yourself, why is self-control important? Why is self-control important? Self-control is important for several reasons. And before we move forward on that, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Since we're up and running, I want to be able to give a shout out to our sponsors. They really support what we're doing. In the process, as I get ready to give a shout out to each of our sponsors, there's Mary Ruth Restaurant. We want to thank them. We'll be having just going down meeting with the Sorors of Zeta Phi Beta sorority on January 10th. You know, January 9th is our founding day. January the 20th is their founding day. We're going to meet and just have a lunch. No program. Just sit down and have some good old-fashioned talking, some good old communication. See, that's what I'm talking about. It helps your self-control when you're in a position at peace. So you ask what are several reasons, but let's give a shout out to Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama.
Come join me at Mary Ruth Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. I'm excited to be there because it's the best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama, located at 261 State Highway 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. Come and visit and talk to the coroners. That is Marvin Smith and Katrina Roper Smith. You want to give them a call, you can at 334-549-0950. If you want to go to Facebook and check them out, you go to Marvin Smith and also Katrina Roper Smith. Oh, it's a ball going on down there at Mary Ruth Restaurant.
Let's give a shout out to Mary Ruth Restaurant down there. The co-owners there, Marvin and Katrina Roper Smith. They're working so hard down, located at 261 State Highway 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. They're closed on Mondays, but you can go there Tuesday through Sunday and get you a good meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So give a shout out. Let them know that you heard it on WBSW Radio. If you're traveling it down to the Gulf Coast area, coming from the Midwest, and you're literally trying to get to the beaches, because the beaches are still kind of warm. They ain't all cold now. Go down there and check it out. You can travel down to Pensacola Beach. You can travel down to Destin, Fort Walton, Orange Beach. It's located in Alabama. And there's several other opportunities to go down, but stop in off 65 South. Stop in at Mary Ruth Restaurant, located at the exit. I'm looking at 128 or 130 or something like that. Get off there and take 106 West. It's 106. It's 106 West coming from the east. But since you will be already west, you will turn back on 106 West to make sure, because you got to take 55 down to 106. Let them know you heard that. WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station. Let's look at the self-control. Why it's important. And some reasons are very simple. I want you to think about it. Self-control is indispensable. That's a heavy word to put out there. Self-control is indispensable cognitive process. An indispensable cognitive process, meaning that you can't afford to take it for granted. You have to make sure that, because you have the ability, you just have to make sure you make the decision and understand the consequences. So it's an indispensable cognitive process that enables individuals to successfully manage their action. indispensable cognitive process. Use that. See, it said your behavior, your self-control is indispensable. You can't just throw it out. You need it to operate. Then you have to use a positive cognitive process. Not only do it help you manage your actions, decisions, and behavior. See, in a wide array of life situations, there's going to be some things that's going to challenge you during these holidays financially. There's going to be some things that challenge you personally. There's going to be some things that challenge you professionally. There's going to be some things that challenge you relationally. What you have to always keep in mind, that the decision you make needs to include self-control, because it's an indispensable cognitive process that allows you to manage your actions. It allows you to make good decisions or make a decision. It allows you to understand your behavior. See, people who possesses a high level of self-control are more goal-oriented and have a stronger willpower. Remember, they're goal-oriented. They have a stronger willpower, which helps them achieve their objectives and goals of the day. And it builds successful careers and personal lives. See, for instance, a student who can regulate themselves is better at avoiding distractions, planning their time effectively, and achieving high academic success. Give you a good example on not just so much. I'll give you a good example of students. I work at a university and I'm at that level, the senior level, graduate level, and they're working. I'm in the College of Education, so the teaching education. And I had some students, I had about 5 or 6 students. Had 1 or 2 said they wanted to get it out of the way, and they did. They met our first deadline, and they submitted, and they were successful in the first submission. So they're now certified teachers. But they was a little bit more mature. They wanted to get it done. See, they had a goal. Their goal was to get this out of the way so I can get ready for the season, because one of them was a basketball coach and the other one is a softball coach. And they wanted to make sure they're ready. They won't have that hanging on their head. See, that's all about self-control. It took self-control for them to come and say, Coach, I got it. Doc, I got it. I'm ready to let you look at it. And moving with the process, you must be able to regulate yourself so you can be better and get a favorable outcome. See, self-control allows you as an individual to regulate your actions and to resist temptation. See, that's the one that get a lot of us. See, that temptation that we want to do something. We got to do something. But if you ain't on a positive side of self-control, it's going to be a negative outcome. Then you're going to be upset with others. So you have to make sure you understand that you must resist temptations. And then if temptation comes, you need to be able to be impulsive enough to say no, because you are in control of your own action, because you are responsible. You're going to be held accountable for your actions. See, when you're able to regulate your actions, resist temptation, which are crucial, both of those are crucial for achieving long-term goals. See, self-control. Self-control enhances decision-making by enabling people to make choices based on reasons, not emotions, not on impulse. You're making choice based on, your choices are based on reason rather than your emotion, leading to better judgment and confidence. To be a leader, you must make better judgments. You must be very confident. You have to be a great decision maker. Even if the decision didn't come out right, you got to sit down and plan to see what we're going to do to make sure it works for everybody in the company, everybody in the classroom, everyone on an athletic team. You have to make that decision. See, self-control contribute to personal achievement in various ways, including academic, romantic, and professional. See, in your professional life, you must have self-control. As it helps maintain focus and persistence. Focus and persistence. See, self-control is essential for healthy relationships. As it allows you to manage emotions and reactions, fostering better communication and understanding. See, overall, self-control is a link to improve mental health and well-being, as it helps you be able to control, improve your mental health and your well-being. It helps you to cope with stress, avoid impulsive behavior, and it's critical. See, self-control is a critical role and crucial. It plays in your personal development and overall life satisfaction. This is WVSW Radio. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. We are the #1 internet station. Our show today is Level Up Podcast by Dr. Lowe. We're excited to come before you. Our title is Understanding Self-Control. And we're going to give a shout out to our second sponsor. That's L&T Stallworth Lawn Service. With Stallworth, we're giving you a shout out.
If you need your lawn manicured, check out the experts with L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC, owned and operated by Tony Stallworth. Their slogan is the manicure expert in South Central Alabama. If you need to call, contact Tony. The number is 334-300-7401, or go to Facebook and type in Anthony Stallworth. Check him out. Check out the lawn service, because he's going to make it do what it do.
L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC, Mr. Anthony Stallworth. You can call him. He's in South Central Alabama. His, the thing that his brand, he said, is the manicure expert of South Central Alabama. You can give him a call if you're in South Central Alabama. You want your land cleaned off. You want your property. You can have that by getting these individuals, and those individuals will come in. He has an awesome team that comes in and do your lawn. and kind of get your property cleaned up. And you can give them a call at 334-300-7401. L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC. As we move forward, we want to look at the types of self-control. There are some primary types of self-control. One is impulse control. Refers to the ability to manage urge and manage your urge. You get excited and impulse. A lot of people struggle with impulse control. So they may act first without thinking about the consequences of their action. Emotional control refers to ability to regulate emotional response. Someone who struggles with emotional control may find it hard to manage strong emotion. A lot of time they overreact. They're constantly in bad moods. And they allow themselves to be overwhelmed by the intensity of their feelings. Movement control refers to the ability to control how and when the body moves. A person who has difficulty with movement control may experience restlessness, can't sleep, constantly up and down. There's a lot going on in their mind. And they find it's difficult to remain still. Self-control, as we related to a person, exhibit a great deal of willpower and personal control. A person who has self-control exhibits a great deal of willpower and personal control. See, they don't act on impulses, and they can regulate their emotions as well as their actions effectively. Those are good examples. The next thing we want to focus on is how to develop self-control. I'm going to give you some key concepts. First of all, self-control is one of the most crucial self-improvement skills that can greatly enhance your quality of life. It is the managing your emotions, your action, and your thoughts. So if you want to manage your actions, your emotions, and your thoughts, you have to have something that you can work with, something you can relate to that'll put you in a position and make conscious choices rather than succumbing to impulse. Developing self-control involves two main stages: identifying and understanding your emotions and learning how to regulate them. The first stage, identifying and understanding your emotion, is the cornerstone of self-control. To manage your reactions, you need to be aware of what you are feeling. You need to know what you feel in the moment. See, we live in the present moment, and you need to know how you feel at that time. What made you feel that way? What made you feel where you could not manage your emotion? If you think you're having a problem, keep a journal, call it emotion journal. It can be quite helpful Recording. See, recording what you're doing, or recording your feelings, or what made you feel that way, and then analyzing the triggers. You can get better or gain better insight into what you said or what set you off. And then you can find out how to handle it. This is so important. We have to work hard. And our second thing that's so important, learn how to regulate your impulse. Learn how to regulate your behavior. And what you need to do to regulate your emotion sometimes can be more challenging and requires a lot of practice and discipline. You have certain techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, visualization, and physical activities can be quite effective. So you may have a negative thought coming to your mind. You want to meditate about it. Look at the pros and cons. You want to slow your breathing down so you won't respond in a manner that you will regret. You want to visualize it in your mind. Again, before you respond. See, having these skills allows you to be successful, allows you to think about it. I have a thing that I always use, I use with my students, and I call it the 7-second drill. They come in as angry as they are. I said, always before you respond, take 7 seconds of quietness and think about what you're about to do. No matter what's going on, take 7 seconds as a minimum to think about it. So you got to be able to practice these methods of meditating, deep breathing, visualization, and physical activity. See, when you practice these methods, it's going to take time and perseverance. But once you master them, they can significantly boost your level of self-control. The skill not only assists in everyday situations, but also achieving long-term goals, such as career achievements or advancement, improving relationships, having favorable outcomes, and personal development. This is what you have to do if you want to make sure you develop self-control. There's going to be times you're going to have to be able to improve it. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor, which is Magic Design and More.
Some awesome design work, t-shirts, cups, whatever novelty items you want. Contact Magic Design and More. Touch of magic in everything we do. The owner and operator, Gina Thomas, and the number to contact Gina is 205-257-1584, or email her at Regina, Regina, Thomas, Thomas, 78 @gmail.com. Check her out, check the business out, and make it do what it do.
That's Magic Design and More, Ms. Regina Thomas. You can give her go to her email, and that's Regina Thomas 78 @gmail.com. Just truly support what they're doing over there at Magic Design. If you got an event coming up for Christmas, everybody won't have the same shirts. You got something in the spring, but contact us. Just go to our email. That's REGINIA.Thomas, THOMAS 78 @gmail.com. Magic Design and more. How to improve your self-control. These are some stages that are going to help you. Set clear goals. Define specific, achievable goals to focus on. Create good habits. Establish routines that promote positive behavior and reduce temptation. Maintain a healthy environment. Don't hang around with people that creating problems and expect you to be in a situation, or don't expect to be in a situation. Hang around people that in a positive, healthy environment. Surround yourself with supported people and remove your distractions, because these distractions can hinder you from being successful. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindful techniques to enhance awareness of your impulse and reaction. Use positive reinforcement. Reward yourself for achieving small milestones to boost motivation and willpower. See, all of these strategies, from setting clear goals, creating healthy habits, maintaining health environment, maintaining healthy environments, practicing mindfulness, use positive environment. These strategies can help you enhance your self-control and achieve your personal goals. This applies to everyday life. And in everyday life, you want to be successful. Just a couple of things we're going to touch on: the benefits of having self-control in your daily life. See, a clear example is managing emotions at work. We often overcome or encounter a stressful situation and conflict at work. See, self-control helps you manage negative emotion, preventing them from spilling over onto colleagues and supervisors, stopping us from making rash decisions. By having self-control, we're able to maintain professional relationships, and those relationships become more effective and stronger. Self-control is valuable for health-related matters. See, when you have self-control, you have a healthier lifestyle. See, without self-control, the tasks you have become much harder to manage. See, self-control can be likened to a thermostat that regulates the temperature of our internal state, helping us to maintain optimal control for personal growth and success. Again, it is an indispensable tool that allows us to resist impulse, maintain balance and stability, as well as effectively achieving goals and carrying out routines, duties, tasks with less effort. See, you don't have to work that hard when you got self-control, because you start putting things in the right place. You ask yourself, can I be trained? You can improve it. You can be trained. But just remember what we talked about. Self-control is valuable. It's a valuable trait that can significantly enhance your life qualities. See, to develop this skill, you need to practice regularly on two fronts. One is being aware of your emotions and learn how to manage them. Effective strategy would be emotional journal. Journal everything you're doing, your pros and your cons about your emotion. That allows you to move towards success. Over time, you'll begin to understand which thoughts leads to negative emotion and start changing your approach. We have to also consider the use of mindful meditation, deep breath as an option. It allows us to think about the thoughts, allows us to slow ourselves down, what puts us in a position to be successful. See, if you're so upset, take about 10 minutes in a quiet place, call your space. That way you can address the various issues that are going on with you. Sometimes it takes 5 seconds. Mindful pause. This can make a significant difference in how you respond. Always remember, it's important to monitor your feelings and your actions in real time. This is how you improve. See, it's easier. It becomes easier when you practice, simply practice things that are going to make you successful. It is very easy to self-control when you practice. Ultimately, we just need to remember being aware of our emotions and continually working on them is crucial. It's crucial for achieving your inner balance and gaining control over your life. See, since each of us is unique, what worked for you may not work for me, but you must try something to control your behavior, your emotions, your thoughts. It's all about self-control. The best technique that works for one person at times will not be effective for another person. It might have been effective the other day, but it might not be effective today. You must experiment with various methods to find the one that worked best for you. But you have to put the work in. That's the final analysis. Hit that like button. I need you to hit them like buttons. I really appreciate that. It was awesome coming before you today. God has been so good. He has blessed us one more time. And I'm thankful for it. And we've been talking about understanding self-control. On WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station, I am Dr. Lawrence D. Smith, excited to come as the host of Level Up podcast with Dr. Lowe. We're excited to give us a chance to communicate with one another, share some positive things with each other so we can be successful. Understanding your self-control. Our Voice podcast, and we're going to take an opportunity to look at a couple of things on tomorrow. Still looking at characteristics looking at self-control, looking at this better. But we're going to focus on what they say characteristics. Dealing with core virtues and traits. Your personal core virtues and traits. We'll be talking about that. So that's your personal character, your characteristics of your personal character. Take care of yourself. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to make it do what it do. I thank you so much. And as we get out of here, we're going to play our theme song. And we said this is our brand right here because we put the work in. This is our 8th year. On September 27th, made 8 years of broadcasting. We're going and moving into our 9th year. Without you, we couldn't do this. So be safe, be blessed. We'll see you tomorrow. And our show tomorrow is at 4 o'clock. We're going to make it do what it do. We'll talk to you then. And I want to leave this about hard work and dedication.
Believe in yourself. Push through them challenges. And the reward on the other side is well worth it. I'm telling you. It's raining. It's pouring. My brother overflowing. It's only 2 ways you can go. And the top is warm, going hard work and dedication. Hard work and dedication. The grind never on vacation. From the trials of tribulation. It's raining. It's pouring. My brother overflowing. It's only 2 ways you can go. And the top is warm, going hard work and dedication. Hard